What's up, Brawlhalla?
How's it going?
It's the Monday Esports dev stream, everybody. How you doing out there today? How's everybody in the chat? Let me see chat. What's going on in the chat? What's up, JJ? Ooh, JJKJP? EC Globus, what's up? Wiped Out, welcome to the stream.
Ooh.
My voice is getting a little better. I could hear it, but hopefully
Play-Doh
fully recovers by
S2.
Friday.
Hello.
Chronicle BH, what's up? Even 7.
A ninja.
Ooh, how about Cucumber 69 and iFlamesy? And can't think of anything's back in here. Eating the goat.
What about
boy.
Rob Max 64?
Let's go.
He's
Rob
Rob to the max.
64 and just
He's the man
Dark
with two
Knight.
first names.
And M Harvins and Ducky BH and Z
Apis.
Super Hundy. What's up? Omega Moose 3. What's up, Jordy1403? What's up, Larva Trap? That's a gross name, but I respect you for it. What's up, Kinetic VI? Wait, that's probably Kinetic 6 with Roman numerals. And then
Interesting. Intrepid BH. What's going on? And Lord Boring 14. Not so boring if you're here hanging out.
Yeah, not so boring. You must be a pretty cool guy, actually. That's really interesting. Great Theox says hello to TWK specifically.
Hello.
Hello. Tanuki Black and Shivangs. That's pretty close. And Thunderbird 22698. Welcome to the stream, guys. And the rest of the gang. And NJ Plays.
The rest of the gang.
And the rest of the gang. And everybody else. And Eleni 420. And the rest of the gang. And also I knows. Oh, I can't stand to just skip all these other people that said the
Game
chat,
Tech.
The chat's now scrolling beyond how far I can scroll up. We were not fast enough. There's so many people we missed out on. Leith, okay. Okay, one more. Hold on. The coolest name I see in the next 3 seconds.
Saying, and TWK, and the rest, and TWK, and the rest.
Okay, and Oliver 4, and the rest of the gang. Thank you guys for coming out to the Esports Dev stream. All right, guys. First off, real quick, viewership rewards, right? I know, right? Okay, Dev Streams number 5 just started today. It's a brand new Dev Streams track. You know, the Dev Streams track lasts for a long time, so don't worry too much about how fast you can get them or anything. It's a 16-hour track, and it goes on for like 2 months or something. I mean, I don't know, give or take, however it goes. But so Dev Streams number 5 just started today. That means Dev Streams number 4 is over, which is fine. I know most of you guys got all those rewards already.
That's right.
And I know you must be thinking, I know a lot of you out there must be thinking, what about the Pro Series Week 1 reruns? I didn't get all the rewards. I'm only a few minutes away. Well, have I got some good news for you? We're going to do a rerun of a few of our favorite matches that happened over this weekend. Not all of them, but it will be about 3 hours, a little bit more, but 3 hours of content for the reruns of this past weekend. And so that means after this stream is over, right, which will be another hour or so, a little bit more. But after an hour or so, you know, when this stream ends, the stream will come down, right? Everybody will freak out. But the people who are listening now, they'll know that the stream's not over yet, because the stream's just going to come right back up in like 2 minutes after we go down with a different reward track, right? The Pro Series Week 1 reward track, while we watch some of those Pro Series Week 1 reruns. Just a couple of the matches, not the whole stream, but it'll be sweet. And about three hours running that Pro Series Week 1 reward. Give everybody one last chance to
top
get
off
those
their
rewards.
tracks.
Yeah, to top off the tracks, you know, because mostly everybody's got them finished. But I know a lot of people out there were real close.
I saw some people tweeting out over the weekend that are like, "Oh, I'm like this close," and it's like, "Aha, we've got you covered."
That's why we do the reruns. There's just this close. Oh, we got a hype train. Yo, what's up? Wait a second. We got a hype train, but wait a second because some of them are gifts. Sajay2315 just gifted a couple of subs to the community. And we got all these guys subbing right now, contributing to this hype train, which is really cool to me. You know me, guys. I am my own hype train. So when you guys come in with your own hype train, we're just 2 trains cruising.
If 2 hype trains approach each other at maximum velocity.
Don't give me a math problem, TWK. I can't handle it.
The answer is more hype. It's always just more hype.
More hype. Well, welcome to the Esports Dev Streams, guys. We got a lot to talk about today.
And Sajay just dropping, they're dropping like bits in chat, cheers and everything.
Appreciate that, guys. Man, we appreciate you. This community, sometimes this community is amazing. It's too amazing to even deal with. Guys, it's another Esports Dev Stream. We got a lot to talk about. We got to recap the Pro Series week that just happened, right? And there's a lot to talk about there. We also got to talk about all the lineups that are set, right? Because every day it's a different lineup for each team that fights against the other team. Every matchup is different, right? So we got to talk about all the lineups that these teams have set for next weekend. They've already set them. We have them right here. We're going to talk about it a lot because who's fighting who? Who's trying to get the read on who? Are they switching people around? And spoiler alert, they are. A lot of people are getting swapped around this week. So it'll be interesting to talk about. Even some anchors. We're going to have a new anchor happening as well. You'd think that everybody already has their anchors all figured out, but oh, man, we're about to get to a level 3 hype train. Oh, 99%? What? How do you get to 99% on level 2? Is that even allowed? Oh, man, we're 1% away from level 3 hype train. This is... Man,
we need the rerun on the hype. Because we're like that close to finishing the track.
Oh, there you go. That's 100%. Level 3 hype train. Let's go. Let's go, Brawlhalla community.
Yeah.
And then Sajay's coming in with the he gifted some subs, but then he went and subbed himself at tier 1.
And then there was also Tom Sawyer 32K with the prime sub.
Let's go. Man, you
guys.
That
was what put us over.
You guys are awesome. IT Loon wants us to fight each other. Maybe one day.
Oh.
That'd be a pretty spicy dev stream. Maybe one day. But you know, me and UK, we don't compete, man. We never compete. We're always teammates in everything that we play. And even when we play fighting games, it's purely just to make each other better players in that fighting game.
That's true.
So
those sparring matches,
I know you want us to put our egos on the line and who's better at Brawlhalla, but that's not even how we work.
It's like, nah, he's lead guitar, I'm bassist. You know,
yeah, that's how it
support
goes,
each
right?
other.
But then in Mortal Kombat 11, I got like one match on TVK, and I was like, yeah.
Sorry, man, dude, we were training like every lunch break. It was great.
Dude, I got pretty good at that game thanks to you. I got so lucky that in that mystery game tournament that I won in 2019, one of the big games at the end was Mortal Kombat 11. I'm like, oh, I'm so ready for this.
Yeah.
the TWK training me. All right. All right. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Before we talk about Pro Series, we got to recap the last one. We got a bunch of clips to look at, and we want to look and talk about all the matchups that are coming next week. We have to talk about just a couple of things happening in the world of Brawlhalla, Brawlhalla Esports, Brawlhalla devs, or whatever. First up, how about some community tournaments, guys? Community tournaments are still going on. Here's the ones that are happening this upcoming weekend. We got the SEA Challenger Series on Friday. NSIG Trials, an NA tournament happening on Friday as well. Every day we got some tournaments here. Ooh, a 2v2 EU Kung Foot tournament. Oh, that's pretty spicy. That's
going to be really fun.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to be awake for that one. No way, no how. But how exciting. I can't wait to see the clips of that one.
Off the heels of the charity stream.
Cloudburst Evolved going on, 1v1 NA tournament. That'll be happening almost right after the Pro Series is done on this weekend on Saturday. And then we've got a SEA tournament happening on Sunday as well, and another EU tournament on Sunday. That's great. EU tournaments have been kind of dry lately, so I'm glad to see some more EU tournaments for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I am now seeing that our little alert box is too low. There we go. Now everybody can see it. So, by the way, guys, smash.gg/BH community to register for any of these Brawlhalla community tournaments. I know it's going to be hard to remember which is which and what's happening on which weekend, but you can see all this stuff before we even announce it on this dev stream by just going and looking at smash.gg/BH community. It's all there. It's the same as, just like smash.gg/Brawlhalla brings you to all Brawlhalla's official tournaments. Smash.gg/BH community will bring you to all the Brawlhalla community, the officially sanctioned tournaments that are happening.
The real play is, just bookmark both of those, and then you get to just
check
click,
them constantly.
Have them both up.
Just all the time. Refresh. write a script that automatically refreshes it every minute.
Oh my gosh.
I'll release one. I'll release one. All right. Speaking of officially sanctioned community tournaments, we got some big special community tournaments coming up. And it's not happening this weekend, but it's happening soon enough for us to start letting you know now. That's how big these community tournaments are. Really the biggest community tournaments that we've ever had going on here. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. We got Brawl League Frenemy Frenzy coming up in real early August. That's going to be a European community tournament series, 1v1 and 2v2. $1,000 prize pools for every one of these community tournament brackets. This is us, just adding a little bit extra because we know that we had the Parsec Invitational and then that True Combo right into the Pro Series, and all that stuff they're not open tournaments. They've been so cool and so fun to watch, and I'm really glad we're doing it. But I recognize the need that open tournaments provide for a lot of the competitive players out there who aren't in the top 30 whatever of players, right? So this is for the competitors out there. So Brawl League Frenemy Frenzy, that's the EU tournaments, and then obviously Sabraldo. Everybody in Brazil already knows about the Sabraldo. Those are the South American tournaments that are going to be happening August 7th and 8th. Again, also $1,000 brackets, and then big old Moose Wars happening. Shout outs to AJ. Moose Wars Cyber Showdown. These are big ones. And these also $1,000 per bracket. 1v1 on one day, 2v2 on another day. You can see the Moose Wars starting with 2v2. I respect it. That'll be good.
AJ Moore with the Moose War.
AJ Moore on August 21st. And those are North American tournaments. So we got EU, South America, North America all taken care of here with these big community tournaments. And I'm loving the direction that this is going in. All these guys are running amazing tournaments in a way that we can really support. It's easy to support these guys when they do this well all the time. So this is kind of a special thing for this period of time where there's no big open tournaments. But I'll give you guys a little sneak peek, little spoiler alert. Probably gonna keep running with this kind of stuff. I think these organizations deserve the extra prize pool. I think the community tournaments are getting bigger and bigger to the point where the competition deserves some more prize pool, and we're ready to do it. So this is just the beginning of these super big special community tournaments. But shout outs to all these guys. That's happening. What else do we got? Okay, guys. This Friday is a big, super special thing. It is the Brawlhalla Developer Charity Stream is coming up this Friday. Now, we've done a few of these charity streams before. I know a lot of you guys out there already know what it's all about. It's a bunch of Brawlhalla developers playing a bunch of games. We are going to play some Brawlhalla, right? And specifically, you can see that this one is Brawlhalla Play-A-Dev. I mean, really, the last times have also been Play-A-Devs. But on this Play-A-Dev, it'll be a little different than you've seen before. It's going to be me, Steven, and Surus are going to be playing. And you'll be able to pick who you want to fight. I'm ready to fight all day. I'm going to be like, fight me, with Steven and Surus casting. But hey, if you want to fight Steven, then me and Surus can cast. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. Supporting the Trevor Project, guys, on this one. We've had some great causes before. The Trevor Project's another great one. The Trevor Project is the leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to the LGBTQ community, specifically young members of the LGBT community, because it gets crazy, man. You need the support. Society is crazy. Look, respect people, right? It's so easy. Respect people. Be someone who deserves respect and respect other people. Society is... It can be tough out there because there are so many other groups that hate on other people. And look, I don't need to get too much into it. You guys know the Trevor Project. We're going to be raising money for the Trevor Project. It is a mighty worthwhile cause. And we've got a lot of young members of the LGBT community in our community, in the Brawlhalla community.
Absolutely.
So it's easy for us to do this. It's like, of course we're going to do. I mean, that's That's a huge chunk of our population. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Brawlhalla Play a Dev. We're going to be playing some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade games. You know what I'm talking? I'm talking like the old school arcade games. Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Yo, all right, that's
Mario Party,
awesome.
the new one, the one with Switch. That's gonna be
Oh my gosh,
super
that
cool.
one's gonna get salty.
Yeah, and on that one we have a couple of other developers coming up on that one that you don't see often. So that'll be a big surprise on that one. It Takes Two. I talked about that's gonna be Duke and Sheepy. You know, it is such a co-op game. It's kind of a couples game too. So Duke and Sheepy. If you didn't happen to already know, they are a couple. So watching them play that game is going to be great. They might even finish that game on stream. So actual spoiler alert for It Takes Two.
Depending on how much Duke decides to troll Sheepy, I feel like that's probably a 50-50.
Yeah, maybe they don't go anywhere, but it's going to be fun. Earth Defense Force World Brothers, one of my favorite games right now. We're going to be popping off on that so much. Taza's going to play that one, and Steven, and TWK, I was going to ask you after the stream if you wanted to join us on it too. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And Earth Defense Force, like the company that works on it, is supporting us as well. They're donating to the cause. They're providing us with swag. They're giving us codes and everything. I was ready to talk up this game like no one's business. Like I'm ready to be their salesman because I love that game. But it just so happens
you've been on that franchise a while.
I do. I love the Earth Defense Force. This one, World Brothers, is the best Earth Defense Force ever. There's been a lot of really good Earth Defense Force games. It's a big franchise.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. And then, 11 p.m. to question mark. By the way, all these times are Eastern time.
Makes sense.
Don't worry too much about it. You can check brawlhalla.com/schedule to see when the stream starts in your time zone. And just know that it's going to go on for 12 hours. Or I should say at least 12 hours, because that Clone Hero concert that me, TWK, Sloshula, Sheepy, and Duke will be putting on is going to be wild. It's going to be a really, really fun time.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
And there's a solid chance there's a solid chance that one's a little bit more than a 2-hour block.
It does go till question marks.
It's going to go till question marks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please join us on Friday. Also, as you can see, we got some new charity stream rewards. Of course, the community colors, we give those out on every charity stream. I know that a lot of you already have community colors, and it's pointless to get another community colors, but actually, it's not pointless. It's your opportunity to bring a friend into the Brawlhalla community, right? You can tell your buddy, hey, play Brawlhalla, it's a great game. But what if you tell your buddy, hey, play Brawlhalla, it's a great game, and I have this exclusive color scheme for you that only real dedicated people in the community get? That's going to get them. So if you get a community color code from Viewership Rewards when you already have one, give it to someone you love. That's what they're there for. Give it to a new member of the Brawlhalla community. And then the Pteranodon Nash, I think I got that right. You know, pterodactyl, but it's different. And
Pteranodon,
the unique Pteranodon. There we go. And the exclusive charity bow. I forget the name of it though. Balanced Council, I think is the name of it.
It has two very wise-looking birds on it.
Yeah,
look at them.
And it's
so
balanced,
wise,
right?
So majestic.
The birds, they counsel, and they're balanced on the bow, so it makes sense. But that is an exclusive weapon that you will only be able to get by watching on this Friday. So that's big, right? Exclusive weapon we could only get by watching this stream. The charity stream goes on for 12 hours. And to get that final reward only takes 8 hours. So you don't have to watch the entire thing. I know a 12-hour stream is kind of a lot to watch. But join us. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be totally worth it. And we'll be raising money for a really great cause. So thank you, guys, for listening to that and being a part of the Brawlhalla community. All right. TWK.
All right, what do we got?
It's just getting worse.
What do we got next? I know there's so much information to get through because it's like there's always more tournaments coming up, more events. I know we had the Pro Series this past weekend, and there's more coming up this coming weekend because it's just like a whole ongoing event. there's a lot still to talk about it, because like
There
it
is.
just started.
We do have a lot to talk about. So let's first talk about the results of this past week. Day 1, Saturday, this past weekend. Here's what went down. Team Northeast fought against Team West in the very first match. Look, and this is the top seed going into this event versus the bottom seed going into this event. And even though Team Northeast won 2-0 there was a bigger story. And TWK, I know you know something about it. Team West was close, man. I want to put an asterisk next to this.
Yeah,
Team West got closer than anybody expected, I think. I mean, that was supposed to be – the stats say that should have been a blowout. They actually got pretty close on some of those games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Because, again, for those folks who may not have been able to tune in this past weekend, this does kind of go in a format where, yeah, it's 2-0, but those are in separate categories, each of those points. Because it starts off with the crew battle, 9 stocks per team, 3 stocks per person. You just, like, keep eliminating until it's all gone. That actually was a race to the bottom. It went so incredibly close. And then it's like, yeah, Team Northeast came out, but, like, all right, we're going to head into the 2v2, and that's like a best of 5 in the 2v2.
Yeah.
So that's like a marathon set.
Big time.
And it's like, I really just want to put the asterisks there, because, man, if like 1 or 2 knockouts just went the other way, it's just, that would have been it.
They did pretty well. Shout outs to Team West.
It was
Day 2, they did even better. It was really good.
Oh, yeah.
But how about Midwest versus Canada? That was our first tiebreaker, the first match that actually went to the 1v1 tiebreaker. And, man.
If you had asked anyone after the crew battle, was this going to go to tiebreaker?
Oh, I know.
I think everyone would have been like, are you crazy? Like, what? Yeah. Absolutely not. Because, listen, you said it first. Team Midwest seems to have the strategy of, like, drop Boomy in and just let him roll through as many people as possible in the crew battle. Because he was doing over 1,000 damage. He was taking like 7 stocks of the 9. I mean, he was going insane in the crew battle.
He was, Boomy absolutely slayed it in the crew battle. And Team Midwest was the only team that actually led with their best 1v1 player. They led with their tiebreaker guy. They led with the anchor, right? Everybody else was saving that anchor for last. Like Team Northeast, right? Sandstorm's playing last every time. It worked for them, but Team Midwest strategy of like early demoralization, that worked really well. Like lead with Boomy, and then the rest of the guys, they could clean up.
Yeah. Wrenched only had to play like 1 game. He was sitting back on like the last position in crew battle.
That was
Boomy
hilarious.
runs through, Tiffany cleans up, and it's just like absolutely insane. And by the way, the crew battle is a best of 3. They run that all the way to the bottom.
And then with the same order as well. So everybody gets a chance to kind of like adjust.
Yeah, and with that, I really actually liked the Boomy Tiffany wrenched order that they had going on with Midwest, just because it was such a tempo shift. I know we were talking about this while we were on commentary, and you're probably going to see it a bit in the rerun.
Yeah.
But Boomy was like, go, 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 hardcore gas pedal. And then Tiffany, the more measured approach, really set them back on their heels. Team Canada was like, wait, what's this shift up going on? Crocky was trying to figure it out. And then as soon as Tiffany got knocked out, Wrenched hops in, and it's back to gas pedal, go, go, go. And it's just, it's such whiplash for you to have to adjust to. Because, I mean, as you've seen in the crew battle game mode with the Ninja Turtles crossover, you drop in immediately. It's not like, hey, we go back to Legend Select, we pick the map again. It's like, no. You go right now.
Which, what a blessing. I'm so glad that we got that feature in before this Pro Series went down. It's a bummer to go back to Stage Select and, now we have to SD some stocks to get it lined up correctly. And, also the health reset, because what are we going to do? Also mimic the health? Like, end light me a bunch of times until we're at the right. Yeah, it doesn't. So this is the way crew battles were intended to be. If it could have been like this from the beginning, it would have, right? But
it's the full relay race.
It's the full relay. So it's super dope. So Team MDVA versus Team South. That was real. Oh, wait, hold on. But before we leave Team Midwest versus Team Canada had a interesting strategy going to this one where they front-loaded their 2 highest power-ranked players, Koslix and Megdi, in the 2v2. They were ready to sacrifice their 1v1, probably feeling unconfident about fighting Boomy. And for good, they were right. Good reason. Boomy definitely, based on how it went down, I think they predicted correctly. And to be fair, it worked. They won the 2v2.
Absolutely.
And then it went to the tiebreaker, and it was actually pretty close. I thought Canada might have run away with that victory, man. It was actually pretty close. But Team Midwest took it at the last second. Anyway, moving on. Team MDVA.
Because you were casting on this one.
I was casting on this one. I called it in the beginning that this was going to be super close, and boy, was it. It really came down to like the last hit in the tiebreaker between Ethan and Stingray. That was nuts. What a great match. What a great match. Cody, Travis, and Remy in the 2v2s, insanely impressive. Pierre really killed it in the 1v1s. It was so close, dude. Everything was back and forth. The crew battle went to game 3. The 2v2s had more than 3 games happen. It was very close the whole way through. And it was, again, we need an asterisk here because it was literally just one hit was all it took. When it came down to it at the very end, they had one hit left.
I think it's crazy how in the opening day, we had so many 2-1s or even the 2-0 that was there that it went as close as it did. It's like
these are supposed to be the biggest disparity matches. Like they're supposed to be the farthest from each other. They should have all been 2-0s, but it was close. Yeah,
I think a lot of people, even post-draft, were looking at the teams going into this, going like, "Oh, there's going to be some blowouts, right? That's just how this is going to open up because of some of these teams." And it's like, no. These teams came prepared. They had the strategies. They predicted the orders. I love watching that kind of stuff.
They definitely had some good blind reads on this stuff. Anyway, let's move on to day 2. First match, we had Team Northeast versus Team Canada, which, again, very close. It went down to the tiebreaker. I don't think anybody was expecting this to go down to the tiebreaker. The team switched up the order a little bit on this one. They had Pugsy and iThrow playing 2v2. And, boy, Pugsy and iThrow killed it. And against an amazing team like Simba and Santi, that was a big surprise. Insane. Pugsy and iThrow, they might be my favorite 2v2 team right now. They were so awesome. They killed it. GG. And then they brought Koslix and Meg D, who was doing the 2v2 in day 1. On day 2, they went into the crew battles. Didn't win the crew battles, but they did win the 2v2, which brought it into the tiebreaker between Sandstorm and Koslix. And some of those games went down to the last hit. I think that was way closer than Northeast expected, and I think they were sweating. Obviously, it's all good now, and they're going to be like, we weren't worried at any point. But I think they were sweating a little bit. It was pretty close. And then Midwest versus South. Midwest kind of killed it. That didn't even go to a tiebreaker. They totally killed it.
Dude.
The 2v2 went 3-0, I believe. Crew battle, kind of the same as day 1. Boomy's taking tons of stocks.
It's a strong
Wrench did have to play once. He had to come in and downlight recovery. He spawned in, downlight recovery, match is over. It was hilarious. He did
Tiffany
20
sets
damage.
them up, Wrench knocks them down.
And then Wrench goes on to say, what did he posted something on Twitter that's like, my goal is to exert the least amount of force possible, least amount of effort possible in this series.
Hey, the order strat is strong. It's real strong.
That's got to be comforting for Team Midwest that they barely need one of their best players to play it right now. That's impressive.
Yeah.
The time will come where they need to rely on Wrenched, and it'll be easy. It'll be easy to be comfortable for them, knowing that we've won without him barely doing anything. This should be we have a whole extra player right now. But man, we gotta highlight just how well Boomy's doing in these crew battles. He drops in, and it is a nightmare. I got to imagine that teams setting up for their week 2 lineups are going to start front-loading their teams. They're probably expecting Boomy to keep going with being first because it worked so well for them, and they're going to start front loading their crew battle teams. And which one of us is the best at fighting Boomy? Okay, you go first.
Yeah, you got to contain him early.
We do have all the lineups, so we'll talk about that later. Man, Team South, they had some really good games, but Team Midwest was just overwhelming. Did not even go to the tiebreaker. And then MDVA versus West, also extremely close. It went down to an insane tiebreaker. Java versus Stingray was a wild ride. The crew battles went to best of 3, right? It went to the best of 3. Team West won, or no? Oh man, I'm getting confused. It went to game 3, and it went back and forth. And Team West figured it out over. MDVA won in the beginning, then Team West started winning. Then it came down to the 2v2, Remy and Cody Travis. Oh, man, it was overwhelming, dude. Remy and Cody Travis, they were right. They were confident, and they were right about being confident. But then in the tiebreaker, when it went to Java and Stingray happened to line up in the crew battle match, so we saw them fight a few times before the tiebreaker happened. So by the time the tiebreaker happened, these guys have already been making adjustments to fight each other. And then when it came down to the end, wow, it was so close. Man, Team West, that would have been a big upset for Team West, a big score for Team West had they got that game there. So GG to all the teams, and we're going to go into week 2 with these standings here. And again, we put some asterisks next to these zeros because they were pretty close. They were pretty close.
Yeah, because those whole wins, there's a lot of those. Yeah, that's most
the win of the whole match. We're not showing who won crew battles. In fact, I'll make sure that next week we'll have another row, another column here next to wins that's rounds. Because I would like to know, or maybe even separate it with crew battles and 2v2s, because I'd like to know how many of each type of thing have these teams won.
Who's strong
Canada's
in each category.
They've won a 2v2. West has won crew battles. South has won crew battles. Even though
and a lot of these matchups, it reads like, okay, they've got 2 wins, the others have 0. It's like, but a lot of those sets went to the tiebreaker.
Yep.
So do not forget that.
Yeah, very good games. Good games. And this week coming up is going to be even better. But before we start talking about the lineups, what's the order that we're doing things in? Let's talk about the lineups.
We'll talk about the lineups.
We got a bunch of clips from this past week. But you know how the clips get, guys. We're going to talk forever about it. Let's talk about the lineups coming in next week. We'll recap it again at the end or something. But let's talk about the matchups coming in next week. So here's what's coming up next week, or this weekend, I should say. In week 2 of the Pro Series, as you can see revealed here on the bottom left, the Esports Orb is coming up next. The Orb of the Regal Sun is coming up next. And that's a fine-looking orb. Can't wait to get that one. That's going to be earnable this weekend by watching 6 hours of this weekend's tournaments. Or not tournaments, Pro Series. And on Saturday, we've got Northeast versus South, Midwest versus MDVA, West versus Canada. These are going to be a little closer. These could go either way. Midwest versus MDVA, West versus Canada. Those could definitely
this is going to be a really interesting week for MDVA. Just because they started out, so well in week 1, and now this week they've got to go against each of the other teams that also had such a strong start.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of matches between teams that both have 0 wins, right? West versus Canada is going to be someone's not going to have zero wins anymore, and Canada versus South as well. Is these teams that don't have a win yet are. One of them's going to have to win. There's no way to tie because we have that cool tiebreaker happening. So, that's going to be spicy. Let's check out what the players are, what their lineups are for each match coming up here. Check this out. Here we go. So, Northeast versus South. As you can see, Team Northeast is locking in with their exact same lineup. I think they're going to stick with this lineup for the rest of the whole series.
It was part of their drafting strategy.
Yeah, their whole draft
where they
was
had
around the
Santi
lineup.
and Simba on the 2v2. They're like, crew battle, Sandstorm to close it out. Exactly.
Just makes sense. Just makes sense.
And I do like how you've got the little anchor symbol over there to denote who is playing in the tiebreaker should
correct.
the set go that distance.
That is correct. That's what that little anchor is there for. It's just to denote who's playing in the tiebreaker. So they've got Ethan here, confident in the matchup against Sandstorm. You know, remember how Ethan and Sandstorm used to be teammates? Ethan's got the down low. He's gonna know all of his weaknesses.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see how that goes. But this is a big switch up. They had Hardy MJ playing in the 2v2 yesterday or this past weekend. And now they're switching it up. They got Noel in the 2v2s now. They had Noel playing 1v1 all last weekend.
Here's the thing. You know, when they picked up Parallel, when Team South was doing their draft and they picked up Parallel, we looked at the past recent tournaments, and Noel and Parallel were the actual 2v2 team that entered those tournaments. So here we've got Santi and Simba, a designated 2v2 team, against Noel and Parallel, a designated 2v2 team that you see in open tournaments. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup that you could actually just end up coming across in something like the Summer Championship.
That's true. That's true. That's what's so spicy about this group is that they've got team experience beyond
their
this.
picks were heavily focused on let's make actual tournament 2v2 teams.
Yeah.
No mix and match
I love
here.
it. That's a
We're
good
picking
way
the
to do
cream
it.
of the crop.
So good luck to Team South. I mean, Northeast is looking like the North Beasts. So we'll see if anybody's going to take them out here in the series. Okay, back to the matchups. Which matches next? So the second match on Saturday is going to be Midwest versus MDVA. And as you can see, Midwest keeping pretty much the same lineup. They've swapped Zakoi and Tiffany. They had Tiffany in the 1v1 and Zakoi doing 2v2 with Faison. And now it's Tiffany and Faison with Zakoi in the 1v1. I think this is going to work really well for them. Obviously, they're still front-loading with Boomy, and that's smart. But MDVA, they went and switched it up big time. MDVA's got – now they're front-loading. Right? This was a read.
Yep.
This had to be a read. They must have been like,
Boomy's
going first. Stingray has beaten Boomy before. Put Stingray in first. That makes sense, right? So even though Llama was also part of the crew battle before, but he went first before. Where he went first, they're switching to put in Stingray first. That must have been to counter Boomy. And then of course Remy and Cody rocking the 2v2 against Midwest. That's good. They must have known that Faison was going to be playing 2v2 for Midwest no matter what. And they read correctly, I believe. They definitely read correctly with that one. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. I think this will be closer.
I think the Midwest strategy when they're like, okay, let's move Tiffany over into the 2v2. They're like, our crew battles in week 1 were so incredibly strong. We don't need to focus so much power right there.
Yeah. They're
like, we can spread this out a little bit more, get more bit even across the board.
I'm excited for that one. I think that's going to be closer. They totally got the blind pick read. That was a good read on these guys for their lineup selection, putting Stingray in first. Stingray,
call.
I think certainly Stingray here will cause the most trouble for Boomy. I mean, maybe even Cody Travis, but obviously, I mean, with Cody Travis scoring over 1,000 damage in a single 2v2 game, 1,000 damage in an entire crew battle where you have the potential to fight 9 people is a lot, but in a 2v2 game, there's only 6 stocks.
That's right.
Cody Travis He's a god tier 2v2 player. So of course have him play 2v2. Even though maybe he could do some really great things in 1v1. Obviously we've seen him win so many tournaments in 1v1.
Oh yeah.
I agree with having him be the 2v2 guy here, going up against Midwest. So let's talk about the last match of Saturday, Team West versus Team Canada. I think this has the potential to be a really close one. Their seeds are definitely a lot closer. And as you can see, Team West has also gotten on the meta of front-loading their crew battle with their anchor play. So they've got Java now in the first slot to go up against Team Canada. And Maybe Canada expected that because they've got Kosliks in the front now too. So Kosliks versus Java to open up every crew battle that happens on Saturday. That could go, I don't know, man. I have no idea. That could go either way. Kosliks is obviously well suited to fight Java. Java has defeated Kosliks in tournament before. I'm sure their record against each other in ranked friendlies, spars, anything like that, I'm sure it kind of goes back and forth. So it's really just going to come down to how it gets played. But as you can see, Team Canada sticking with Pugsy and iThrow in the 2v2 after they did so well this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Smart play.
I mean, that's for sure. You gained so many fans with the Pugsy iThrow pick and twos that it's just like, obviously, run that back. It did phenomenally well. More people, they just want to see it. But what I find interesting is the denoted anchors. Should this go to the tiebreaker, go the full distance, you've got Java and Meg D.
Yep.
Both the players that have had like recent insane breakout performances. I mean, listen, we all know Java the Kingslayer, where he had the amazing tournament run, taking down all the top names.
These are like the two Kingslayers of Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Like the new kids on the block.
Then Meg D, the tournament right after, just popping off, taking names in ones and twos. It's, So this is going to be really interesting if it goes all the way to tiebreaker.
If it does go,
it's the new blood clashing against each other.
I hope it does go to the tiebreaker because an all or nothing best of 3 between Java and Meg D.
Oh my gosh.
That would be real spicy.
Could you imagine?
I can. I'm imagining it now. It's really cool. Let's see if it happens. I mean, maybe there's a 2-0 in the cards for one of these teams. Blazy and Luna, it's a great 2v2 team. That makes sense. But going up against Pugsy and iThrow could go either way. I mean, Pugsy and iThrow, they popped off. They popped off this past Sunday. It was epic. So if they play like they did on Sunday, you know, it was against a higher seeded team than they are here today, right? Or on this upcoming Saturday. They stand a good chance of winning. They could potentially even 2-0. But then again, West has completely switched it up. They had Luna in the 1v1 before. I mean, this has gotten totally scrambled up. And their order completely scrambled up too. Wubbs was in the middle, Zexus was in the beginning, and Java was at the end. So they really scrambled it up big time there. Anyway, that's Saturday. That's going to be good. Let's check out what's happening on Sunday, this coming Sunday here. Northeast versus MDVA will be the first match of Sunday. And, of course, Northeast, they're not changing a thing. We don't even need to talk about their lineup because it's the same thing every time. I think it's going to keep working. I mean, maybe they'll switch it up. Maybe against Midwest, they'll switch it up. We'll see. We'll see how whenever that match happens, if any team does anything, right? Is Sandstorm going to try to match up against Boomy? Is Boomy going to try to dodge Sandstorm, right? Or is Boomy going to put himself at the end expecting that Northeast doesn't change anything? Who knows? The big mind game.
All the questions around those placements.
So that's not what's happening yet. And Northeast versus MDVA. And look at MDVA. They really switched it up here on day 2. Because look at this.
They're like, yo.
It's not Remy and Cody Travis in the 2v2. They moved Remy. They swapped Remy and Lil Capped for this match against Northeast specifically. Interesting. I think it's so Remy could finish off Boomy before it gets too late. I think they're like, put Stingray in there. He'll give Boomy a lot of trouble. If Boomy still beats Stingray, Remy, his old 2v2 teammate.
Well, this is going against Northeast, so this is Sandstorm's team.
You're right. You're right. Okay, completely scratch everything I said. I was completely wrong about that.
You were looking ahead.
I was looking ahead. I'm looking ahead big time. So against Northeast isn't changing a thing, right?
Yeah. So
Northeast
chilling Sandstorm in the last slot.
Lil Captain Cody versus Santi and Simba. Santi and Simba was a strong 2v2 team. So I'm surprised they're not sticking with Remy. Remy's been playing 2v2 of every other match in the Pro Series. He's been the 2v2 team. Now switch to the crew battles here. I don't know how this is going to shake out, honestly. I don't know how this is going to shake out. But Little Capped playing 2v2 makes sense.
Strong doubles player.
He's always been a strong doubles player, right? World Championship 2019, second place. Or no, third place. Wait, second place. Second place. they're an epic team. I mean, they're 2v2 tournament winners, and even though Remy's also 2v2 tournament winner, Lil Cap's a little more recent, and Cody Travis as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty strong comp here, but not sure of the reasoning behind this one. But we're just gonna have to see how it shakes out. With MDVA front loading with Stingray, and Northeast anchoring with Sandstorm at the end, it stands to swing heavily on both sides. You know, MDVA could have a killer start, and then Sandstorm might have a lot more than 3 stocks to deal with at the end. You know,
right?
But then again, I mean, Zinker and Snowy, they've been killing it. Northeast just has an awesome lineup. It's hard to deny just how good the Team Northeast lineup is. So whatever you do against it's no surprise that MDVA has to switch it up to fight against Northeast, because
that's going to be interesting. And then looking down at the next one, it's another one where they have the tiebreaker anchors in opposite locations in the crew battle.
And that's West
Boomy starting off in the front, Java in the back.
West switched it up, right? Because here's their match against Midwest. And then, but the day before that, keep your eye on the order of the crew battle here.
Yep.
They completely flip it around based on who they're fighting here. Against Canada on Saturday, they're doing this. And then against Midwest on Sunday, completely flipping it around.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep, they shove Java down towards the back. Blazy comes off the 2v2, goes right in the front. Zexus hops over to the 2v2 team. It's a big shuffle.
Well, we'll see how that one shakes out. I know people in the chat are believing in Midwest hard on that one, but you know, West Gang rise up, because you never know.
West Gang rise up. I believe, man.
All right, and then our last match of the weekend is going to be Team Canada versus Team South, and this is one of those games that both of these teams lost both of their games in week 1. So this is going to be a big triumphant moment for one of these teams here. And Team South has also switched it up quite a bit. In fact, look at this. For the first time in the whole Pro Series, South is switching who their anchor is. They moved it to Pier. They got Pier playing first here. In fact, this is the same lineup, I believe. Yeah, same lineup. The only thing that changes between their fight against Northeast and their fight against Canada is who the anchor is. And so they must be, I wonder, they must be going on the reads. They're like, you know what, Pierre, you're actually really good at fighting Kosalix, or, you know, it must be hard for them to tell, because Canada's also been switching it up. They have 2 different anchors that they switch up based on who they're fighting, so it's hard to get a read on them. But that is interesting. They've been relying on Ethan for all of these, and they're still relying on him for Saturday's match against, and you know, that's expected to be against Sandstorm. They knew that was going to be against Sandstorm. This one,
historic match.
They know it's either Meg D or Koslix, and most likely, you know, although they have other players who could anchor for them if they wanted to. And but Pierre's going to be playing the tiebreaker if it comes down to it against Canada. That's going to be a good match. I'm really excited for that one. So there's your matches, ladies and gentlemen, for all of this week's Pro Series coming up Saturday and Sunday. Remember, you watch all this weekend, you earn that super fancy Esports orb that is exclusive to this week alone. There is not going to be another track that gives you this orb. So you want to get that orb, come watch this weekend for 6 hours. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I do see a question in chat that I want to answer. Somebody was like, what are the alternates for?
Oh.
And that's because if, you know, anyone has some sort of emergency or whatever, can't make the match that day, something pops up that they've got to go take care of family or something, the alternate is there to step in so that way they can still play their match through. Exactly.
It's there because this is an online tournament, and you just don't know what's going to happen. The way that this whole series is formatted, it would really screw up things if a team had to forfeit. I mean, you know, if they had to, so be it. But it would just, because so much of this relies on like the total season placements and stuff, a forfeit would really screw things up. And plus, there's only 3 matches a day. A forfeit's just going to be so awful to happen on stream. So because it's online, because we know the nature of technical difficulties, we are very familiar with technical difficulties. We have the alternate there as a player that their team can trust to replace any one of the players potentially in the match. So if Remy has his internet goes out, STTB Wilson's got to swap in and play the rest of the day with him. The way the rules are is like once your alternate swaps in, they are in for the rest of the match, and you don't get to just shuffle around as you please, right? So it is someone that they have to be confident in. Also, they help with practicing, right? Because these guys are doing a lot of sparring in between, and so they can spar crew
if you're doing
stuff with an alternate.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
You need 6 players to spar a crew battle, so there's your 6th.
Yeah. Plus, MDVA considers Wilson their coach, too, so filling a lot of roles.
Aha.
But for real, it's a backup. It's a break class in case of emergency. We did not design the Pro Series format around being able to swap it around. It does seem kind of fun, but that's a whole big extra variable, and we want to lock down what the strategy is around this. And already it's happening. These guys are developing a meta. Do you front load the crew battle? Do you save them for last? Do we sacrifice our crew battle win and try to win it with 2v2 in the tiebreaker? You know, all that's happening, and all that gets jumbled up and becomes very complicated if you can suddenly start substituting in the middle of the game. So yeah, we really it's just there just in case. If this were an in-person event, and hey, maybe one day, right, we would just have the 5 players and not worry about an alternate. So yeah, there you go, chat. Whoever asked that, good question. Thank you for asking.
For sure.
And so, okay, so now that we have all of our matchups figured out, and it's already been almost an hour. Wow, I can't believe so much time has passed.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
Always.
Let's watch clips, though. Time to watch some clips, right? We're going to go a little bit over an hour, guys. I know some of you Dev Streams number 5 fans out there have got to be happy about the extra time that's coming in on this one. So we're going to go a bit over an hour since it's already almost been an hour. And don't forget, after this stream ends, we're going to come right back up with a rerun of this past weekend's Pro Series. A few select matches, 3 hours of content. Running the Pro Series Week 1 reward track once this stream ends. But before that, let's look into some replay, or let's look into some highlights from this past weekend.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, here it is. So let's set this up. Our first clip here. What is this? Looks like Team Northeast versus Team West. Wubs versus Snowy. Oh, man. I think I already know what this is. Snowy popped off. All right, let's check this out.
Weapon toss, swaps over to the gauntlets. Oh, my gosh. Caught the recovery again and the dunk. Did he manage to touch? No, that's the second recovery.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That was – how much health did he have? Look at Wub's health. He's pretty healthy right now.
And Azalt's pretty tanky, too.
That's the second recovery. The sweat drops
That's so good.
Jeez.
Snowy stuffed 2 recoveries in this time.
The recovery again and the dunk.
But this one's big. Snowy absolutely read what Wubs was doing here. He jumped outside so that he could use his recovery toward the inside to help get him back to the stage. Snowy saw that coming, adjusted perfectly to catch him with a down air dive kick, and that stuffs his recovery. You see the stars popping out, stuffs his recovery.
That's the recovery. The sweat drops are out. Wubs. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Snowy had a few pop-offs on here. All right. So let's set up what's happening here. Oh, this is the 2v2, Zakoi and Tiffany versus Parallel and Hardy MJ. Team Midwest versus Team South. What happens here?
Waiting, hit the down air, and then turned around to hit both of them. That's
beautiful.
Huge.
Oh, man.
So big. The weapon
That's so brutal.
Oh, and then Zakoi. Oh, my. Wait, is it? Oh, my. Oh,
Hardy MJ trying to survive.
Holy. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Okay. I just love this combo.
Waiting, hit the down air, and then turned around.
Oh, that's
I know.
so
When
nice.
you get them both
Wait a
stacked
second.
up like that, it's, go for double damage.
Not just because
time.
I'm also playing Raphael. I'm genuinely just interested in this combo. Okay, hold on. Look at this. I love this. Catches both in the neutral light. Zakoi with the perfect follow-up off of a Qatar neutral light. There's no true combo off of neutral light, except your buddy coming in with something at the right time.
Yep.
True
Leapfrog
combos in perfectly.
with the down light.
Tiffany dash jumps to get into position, charges up this neutral signature gravity cancel just a little bit, and then gets both of these guys with the big pizza slice.
Oof.
And the weapon
That's
throw to finish
cheesy.
one of them. If it would have hit both if it could, but it can only hit one. Dang. And then even right here, it's too bad that this didn't KO, but this was great. Tiffany absolutely forcing the dodge on Hardy MJ. Look, he's sweating. He's got nothing.
Yep.
The only thing he could have is a dodge, right?
It just came back off cooldown there.
But then Zakoi,
Something.
right? Zakoi seeing
Gosh.
that he's got no dodge. He knew Tiffany was about to force the dodge there. Zakoi gets into the perfect position for this gravity cannon down swing. And we're just going to pretend that killed right there because what a cool clip.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yeah,
not only
Java Stingray tiebreaker.
Oh man, and this is after Stingray already won one, right? And it's a best of 3 in the tiebreakers. Pressure was really on here. And this was Java switching to Yumiko, which I actually disapproved of pretty audibly on the stream. I'm like, why is he switching? Bodvar's the guy. He always gets it done with Bodvar. He's killed so many kings with Bodvar. Why would he switch? But actually, it was really close. It turned out to work pretty well for him, and I'm thinking this might be a – Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, plays like that,
He made some
come on.
good – yeah, he made some good
Bodvar
hammer
can't
sides.
do that.
Bodvar can't do that. Not that side sig.
You got to be so.
But the thing with that side signature, and we were just talking about it, how it's like to avoid that signature, you need to be anticipating that signature, right? Because it's a big surprise sig, but you're actually extremely vulnerable when it misses. And it worked twice on Stingray on this first stock. It stopped working towards the end of the game because once that element of surprise of it's gone, right, it doesn't work so well against the pros anymore. Now now he knew to start. When he would be at that distance, he was like, come on, side sig, like, I dare you, But it worked really well there. And Java took the first stock. That was a huge surprise for me. Wait a second. Another Snowy versus Webs?
my gosh.
No, that's the same thing. What the heck? Okay.
Same
Stingray
clip.
almost got the nastiest reset.
Okay, here we go. Ethan versus Stingray.
Wow, Ethan! Oh my goodness! One more! Yes! What a play! What a
Oh.
play! That was beautiful.
Man.
That's perfect. Ethan really needed that too. Looking back at that clip. You look
Oh,
at the
yeah.
health. Look at the health here. Ethan was coming in on almost
stock
a
behind.
fresh stock of Stingray's in yellow. This is a problem. He's a full stock ahead and in yellow. So what does he do? Just absolutely slays him.
Wow, Ethan! Oh
Dude.
my goodness! One more! Yes!
Perfect.
What a play!
Perfect.
So good.
That was like a 0 to death almost.
Yeah.
Kinda. Jeez. All right.
That only
What else?
works if you catch him really low, right? It's because he was jumping.
Now this is Java
Man, all
versus
these-
Stingray, but this is the crew battle, right?
Yeah, crew battles going the full distance.
Yeah.
Last players.
Big time, big time. And this was the first game in the crew battle round. And Java was playing from behind on this one, but and then it's a play like that, man. These guys are always like, it's so hard to take stocks off of people unless you're way behind, and then for some reason these guys like power up and just get these huge gimps when it like matters most.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a 2v2 Northeast versus West.
Simba
See what
needed
happens.
to save Santi there, and he did his job. But Santi gonna get taken out. 2v1 opportunity for the blue team. Lazy in the offstage.
Oh my God, I remember this one. I know you remember it because I could hear you talking in this clip. Simba was in. This is a harsh 2v1 situation for Simba to be in, right? Santi went down. This is bad. Luna and Blazy, they got plenty of health to delete Simba. They've got 2v2 combos for days. Simba is about to be in big trouble unless he just takes somebody out in a second. And now it's just a 1v1 for Simba to win. And you know what? He did go on to win that 1v1. How
So
incredible.
good.
How incredible. All right. Meg D in a 1v2 versus Faison and Zakoi. What's going to happen here?
Down airs, just bounce him up. Keep this to an aerial fight because once he gets caught on the ground, there it is. The handoffs, beautiful.
Beautiful. Perfect play. That's
And that was
bread-
clutch,
bread and
'cause that
butter for
pushed
those
it-
guys.
that pushed it to a game 5 in the 2v2.
Exactly, yeah. They were...
So that was do or die.
If Meg D won this, yeah, they would have just lost that.
Based on Zakoi needed it.
Dude, I love how Zakoi is grabbing Meg D. Look at this. He combos Meg D off of the dribble that this down air does. It dribbled him off the floor because the down light from Spear doesn't hit grounded. It's only going to work if you let him bounce off first. It's some real finesse in timing. And these moves happen fast. The timing is very difficult. Zakoi is just so freaking ready for it. And that recovery might not have even been necessary, but more combo, more good. All right, what's next? Wrench versus Ethan here, and this was rough, right? This is Wrench coming in, right? He's trying to exert as little effort as possible, and he is making true to that here as Boomy and Phazon left him with a very winnable situation as Ethan's only got one stock.
The stars came out. Ethan gets around it.
Oh, that's so good. That is such a good neutral air, man. Ooh, if I dream of neutral airs this good. Boom. Man, he just recognized the weakness. He saw it. I mean, once he stuffed the recovery, he knew he could just...
Look at this. The position of that neutral air is so perfect. It gets about as many bonus points as you possibly can on a neutral air, right? It catches him before he touches the wall. It stuffs the recovery. It sends them down and away.
Which is real finesse because it's a circle hitbox, so it could hit anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? You're right. And it had all the best qualities that a neutral air could possibly have.
Yes. Right into the slap. Qatar players dream of it.
That is a dream. All right, Boomy versus Meg D in the tiebreaker. These got real close.
Dodges the signature. No, Boomy with the turnaround.
Nice. Big three-piece from Boomy.
Oh,
Neutral sig will take the stock off of Meg D. Boomy.
South right now, looking for the dodge read. Stingray's not falling for it. Avoids the slam dunk.
This is close now. This is the crew battle. South won the MDVA versus South. South won the first crew battle. They could potentially just win the set right now unless Stingray defends it.
Ethan looking for the finisher. This could be it.
Oh, that's a hard read. Oh, that's a Spear player's dream right there.
You're gonna pay for that one.
That's a street
because
look, at silver and gold, the Spear players know side light, down light all day, side light, down light. But then you get higher up and you realize that is not a true combo, and everyone's gonna dodge out of the side light, down light and that's when you have to start leveling up your Spear gameplay and looking for the reads off of side light. And Ethan against a epic player like Stingray found the perfect one. Look at this. He just pauses. He knows. He is in Stingray's head. There's the dodge. Catch the dodge with the downlight. He delayed it just enough.
This could be it.
And of course he can get the double downlight because there's no
maximum reward, man. Dodges on cooldown.
Yeah, dodges on cooldown. So it's gonna link up, and it's gonna link up in a way that doesn't trigger DI because it's not true. That's how it's meant to be, right? That is like.
Yeah, there is a dodge window in between, but hey, if your dodge is on cooldown, you're going for a ride.
Ethan's done it, team.
Oof. And Ethan wins it for the crew battle round for Team South there.
Again, you just hear those.
All right, what else?
They dominate the audio sphere here, but a neutral signature from Tiff, almost taken out off the top. Gets the KO onto Parallel.
Let's
Another team
clearing the
they
stage.
just cleared it up. Okay, Noel versus Phazon.
Sideline, unfortunately, can't go for anything too big.
Midwest versus South.
Has to be hitting those reads.
You know, I didn't know Noel had such a good scythe, man, but
side sig and Noel is in trouble.
he was definitely killing it on this. Not in this clip, but he killed it in the match.
Try to take it from behind the whole time. Now MDVA's got the lead.
Well, Lil Cap was handed off in a lot better
Noel
position
versus Lil Cap here.
True, yeah, true.
And
That's what we're looking for.
Oh yeah.
It was even off stage. It was even.
Oh, that's such a good snatch too, right there. That was crazy. Okay, yeah, this was funny because me and Steven were we were talking earlier in the match about how good Leonardo's scythe neutral signature can be when it's used off stage to defend in edge guards. And then Noel went and did it a couple games later.
Yeah, true.
Right there. Oh, that's so perfect. Just get Splinter to come out and help.
Yeah.
Bam. And Casey Jones. This is OP.
You get the full squad.
The full squad's coming out to help Leo here. But then, look, it's not even over, right? Noel chase dodges up. He burns his last jump. He misses the side air. Now he's in trouble. All he has left, he's going to die. If he doesn't hit this, he's going to die. He used his last jump. He's already chase dodged. He just burned his last dodge. He has nothing more.
It's all or nothing right on this attack.
So he nails it here right before Lil Cap touches the wall. Thought you were going to touch the wall.
Yoink.
Nope. Right before he touches the wall, sends him away, gets the chase, the life-saving chase dodge to get back to the stage, and that equalizes the stocks in this crew battle. What an epic play by Noel here. Exactly how you imagine Thatch would play. This is going to be a down sig kill right here. Yep. Oh,
one
man.
right into the other end of the.
Very courageous of Luna to try and spot dodge that cannonball, man. That's. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, got knocked in from the front one into the back one. And then I'm Llama in classic, action movie villain fashion is just like, oh, I spent all the ammo, throw the gun at him. Yeah.
And it landed
Clip's empty,
too.
just extra projectile. Oh.
All right, what else? No, wait, I skipped one. Okay. Meg D and Koslix versus Zakoi and Phazon. What happens here?
Zakoi going for some pogos onto McD. Oh my gosh!
Again?
He sacrifices, but Zakoi coming in with the cleanup. It was the queen.
Yeah, big game.
The queen sacrifice. I love that. That was I was hearing you when you casted that, and I was like, that's a very appropriate chess analogy for what just happened.
Ah, yes.
Because wait, let's look again.
So yeah, it's like Phazon's gonna go down here. He's like, I'm taking Koslix out. Meg D's like, I'll make you trade for it. And then Zakoi's like, but wait, what if we just got straight games, 2 for 1?
That was totally worth it. There was a fly. I got him.
Aha. Got it.
All right.
Reaction times, man.
All right, here we go. Midwest versus Canada. Boomy versus iThrow.
Oh, perfect dodge from
What a
Ivo.
dodge.
He's gonna be able to take out Boomy. Oh no, he got tagged.
Bro.
All right, you're gonna dodge.
Wait, I missed it. What happened?
His camp is just
Boomy gets a lot of mileage off of slide charging that down signature from the gauntlets. We saw him do it off the stage. He does it off the platforms.
He did. He slid off a little bit with it. Look at this. Slide, charging, release.
Boom.
Smart. What a silly skin. What a silly Onyx. What an adorable
It's
silly
cute
Onyx.
though, right?
It is. It's so cute. I love it. All right, and then Boomy in potentially the same match now.
for that ground pound.
Oh my gosh. Just pursuing so incredibly hard.
Takes out
Boomy
Pugsy.
taking
On to the
3
next
stock
one.
better start
Man,
than
Pugsy
that.
took way more than 3 stocks
Really interesting
every
handoff
game
there.
he's
Zakoi
played.
got the side light, down
Every
light,
crew
and
battle
then
he's
Phazon
played.
off the soft platform picked up a D-light from the sword. Meg with the duck down takes out Phazon.
Oh.
Recovery will take
Okay.
out
Yeah, Koslix and Meg D, not a bad 2v2. I mean, it's...
He's been putting a lot of
And that's
time
why they keep
onto
swapping it around. Oh, no.
you've watched
Oh, I
Oh,
remember this.
no.
This was the first stock of,
Yeah.
of this match.
Just to
Of the
kick
whole
it off.
match. And it was just 2 down airs. It was, look at this. Pugsy's pure. He has no damage on him right now.
Completely clean.
Down air.
onto the
Then just
down
watched
air.
him
Oh
on
my
his jersey
gosh.
and
Oh.
And what a good down air, that second one. Stopping him from touching the wall just barely. Look at this. He's about to touch. Nope. Get out of here.
Oh, right
Wow.
before.
Wow.
Jeez.
Kind of working.
Oh, Nair hits, dodges on the ground. That means it'll be up a lot sooner. Java tries to dash jump in, but Stingray with the weapon throw dashing forward. Neutralite hits, double neutral.
Oh, that was
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
I love seeing that. I don't know. I cannot do these neutral lights. I don't know how these guys have such hard reads against such good players. But look
Guy,
at how
you're
he
dodging down.
dashes
I'll just
around,
hop to the other
and
side.
then he pivots. He just dashes through pivots. He didn't even chase dodge with it.
Stingray with the weapon throw dashing forward.
He didn't use his chase dodge. He dashed, which
Yep.
is appropriate. Save the chase dodge. Maybe you need it.
Oh, for sure.
And then jump recovery. Oh, man.
Two stock.
GG.
Away from taking this stock from Pierre and increasing his lead, but Pierre has an option off the side of the stage. Yes, the dragon hits, and it comes through.
Pierre, no
It's
way!
over, it's
no
over!
way!
It's over! No!
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh, yes.
That was good. Oh,
Pierre
man.
with the
Pierre, come
Iceland.
on. One more time. One more time for Pierre.
And increasing
Look how behind Pierre is at the start of this, right? He's one hit from death
his lead,
here.
but Pierre has an
But he
option
gets
off the side of
all
the
this
stage.
on
Yes, the
Llama.
dragon
Perfect
hits.
down sig, perfect weapon throw, and then the down air, and then ricochet off the wall for the finish. And then he wasn't
many.
done yet. It's maybe a good thing that ground pound missed. 'Cause
Beautiful!
might have given Llama a dodge there.
You already saw the sword come out.
All
so the
right,
next
Zinker
weapon is
versus
the bow.
Meg D.
With all these floating, beautiful dodge.
Second
through
game
there,
of the
and he
crew
gets
battle there.
signature finish
And
on
Sinker with a beautiful
I mean, hey,
signature
with
play.
Nash, sometimes that's all it takes.
Now Crocky going up against
the
Boomy.
neutral
Boomy
air.
just took out his teammate, and he only lost one stock.
But the neutral
So Crocky's
six
coming in
from
here like, I
Boomy.
got to finish him off
Just
for my
spelling
team.
disaster weapon
But,
toss doesn't even need to connect
perfect
as
down air.
Crocky
Oh.
gets to-
Perfect
two
down
against
air.
The mighty Stingray. What? This is
Why,
epic.
he's
In a
weaving
mirror.
in weapon throws.
Oh,
Yes.
this is my
Yes.
favorite. Okay, we're going to go super slow-mo, guys. Super slow-mo here.
Oh,
Let's see this again. Okay. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Blazy.
oof.
Down air.
Gets the dribble.
Crazy. What an epic dodge read here. Gravity cancel down light. And then not the down air. Had it been the down air like any mortal would do, is just hit the
Yep.
down light down air. We all have it programmed into our fingers, you know? But he did the ground pound. That's bigger damage. That's more force, which turned out to be absolutely necessary for this nutty combo he's about to do. But He
Yeah.
dribbles him off
Bounce
the
him
floor.
extra high.
He snaps himself to the ledge here. True combos into the downlight, side air, unbelievable. And you know what? I'm just so amazed. That is so awesome. One more time.
Such a
One more
good call
time,
because
please.
they're like playing footsies just inches from each other for so long, and then once Blazy gets the hit, turns it into maximum damage.
Wow, man. Wow. Oh, man.
Jeez.
That's the stuff you dream of. And then what?
Oh, that was so good. Oh my. Oh, he's gone.
And he
Oh,
finishes-
yeah.
He finishes it, and he gives him the peace signs. Oh, man, Blazy. That was so good.
That could be it.
All right, what else?
Cannot get caught in the blender. Picks up the sword.
Let's
downlight
go.
recovery. Downlight
The
recovery.
double.
Did Meg D just 2v1?
Oh, that could be it.
Sure did.
I did not see this one live.
Sure did.
Caught in
To
the
win the
blender.
best
Picks up
of
the sword,
5, no
downlight
less.
recovery.
Oh,
Downlight
that's
recovery.
that's so clutch. That's
Yeah.
so clutch. And that took him into the tiebreaker. Man,
That's the good stuff.
what a roller coaster these guys were on.
Caught in the blender. Picks up the sword.
Let's
Downlight
go.
recovery. Downlight
Oh.
recovery.
double.
Meg D
Jeez.
closes it out for K.
Meg D starts to get into the red.
That's why
I
Meg
don't
D's
know
now
if
in the
Snowy's
crew
gonna be
battle.
able to find a side air. Does get the
I guess
sideline
so,
into
yeah.
the zone, and the weapon toss. Edge guard situation
hit.
coming up. Goes
Oh, Meg D tried to stall it out.
Oof.
Tried to
Like
get
into
clever.
the
I mean, what are you
side
going to
air,
do, right? You
weapon toss.
got nothing else after this except a dodge. You can see he's sweating.
Yep.
And then it's like
Situation.
he stalls it out by dodging directly upward. But Snowy, hard read, man. He does the jump ground
Yeah.
pound. He holds
Weapon
onto it.
toss. Edge guard
That covers a
situation coming
huge
up,
area.
goes for the ground pound,
Perfect.
wants to hold it. Give Meg.
That tied up the
He just knows.
tied up the game right there.
He knows he's watched enough Little Cap games.
All right,
I mean,
Snowy
this
versus
pick
Java
right
here.
very
Snowy with only
Little
one
Cap
stock.
reminiscent with the skin pick. Big ground pound. This
Oh.
is bad. for
And
Snowy is
Java.
actually
oh man,
ridiculous.
taking out Java there, that
Wow.
puts his team up +2 in the crew battle. Jeez.
That's
Meg
big.
D.
That's where the swings really
Still
start.
has 2 stocks to his name. Meg
All
D
right,
in
and then
the
this is
red.
the
Oh my
big
gosh.
tiebreaker here.
Pour in the
And
salt,
it was
goes
so
down,
close the
he's
whole
done
time,
with it.
but Boomy really. Oh man, there's some.
To add
Whew.
insult to energy-
You could just-
injury.
The salt is real. Oh,
Ooh.
man, look at all that salt. He
Oh.
poured so much salt on this.
How many emotes? So there's a lot that happens in this clip. Obviously, there's Boomy tossing the salt on the ground, just trying to bait Meg D into coming and doing stuff. He baited him with the down signature the first time. This time, Meg D gets the perfect punish on it. But, you know,
So
then Boomy turns
surprise
it around
neutral
with the edge
signature
guard.
instead.
Oh,
I mean, this was close the whole way, and you can see that the game count is 1-1. So this was like a next game wins kind of thing. And the first stock of this game went really, really close.
yeah.
So once it got to the point where this clip starts, it's pretty much got into Boomy's. Like Boomy just started running away with it, and now he's like, I got this. Now I got this now. And he's starting to, pour in the salt. Now I got this. You're done. Get out of here, Team Canada. But, man, it was really close. Canada could have potentially taken that whole game off of them, that whole match. All right, Team West versus Northeast here.
One region that's just like, we like Trevor. But Luna gonna
Man,
fall.
it's just so
Sandy
good to
Simba
see Sandy
is
and Simba rotating around like that. They have such a
unreal.
good feel for what each other wants to do in a 2v2 match, and that leads to some really good 2v2 plays. All right, Pugsy versus Boomy.
Oh, my God.
You were just talking about how he landed that slide charge so much. There it is again.
The timer run through. We've got
Definitely got mileage out of it last weekend.
And Stingray's put on the
finish.
nucleus. It's going to finish for
very
sure. Oh,
soon.
that's it.
That's
Perfect.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Yes, it's over.
Yeah.
It is over. Stingray wins it.
Feast,
for
feast,
NDA.
That was the match winner, because that was the tiebreaker. That was 2 games in the best of 3 of the tiebreaker.
Sextus is going to be able to deal with Cody on the left side of the stage as well as he's doing right now. So far, so good. But Webbs has taken a lot of damage himself.
West versus MDVA. Oh, Cody Travis catching that
gosh.
recovery way up in the sky. I remember that.
As well as he's doing right now. So far, so good. But Webbs has taken a lot of damage himself.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And his
It's like,
teammates
oh,
sent
we
him up
both
there.
got
Look at
knocked up
this.
here? All right.
Yeah. I didn't. Look at this.
Cody was ready for this.
He really
See
was.
Zexus going for the down air, but Blasters, they've got you beat on the startup time.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
startup time of that recovery is great, although it's only the hitbox that's touching your head.
Yeah.
That
It doesn't have a lot of range at the beginning,
but they just
it's quick.
happened. They had like the perfect amount of health when they both got knocked away that left Cody Travis in that position. Oh, Zexus was also he was spamming a down air trying to hit Cody Travis, which has a lot more startup frames than a dodge. Dodge might have.
That is
Looking
true.
Back, probably wishes he dodged there instead of trying to challenge the Blasters. All right, what else? A very difficult 1v2 here, 1 stock to 3. I love how Remy's go-to follow-up on Cody Travis.
That's a
good
neutral
combo.
light with Blasters is a sword ground pound.
Wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Cody just padding the extra damage onto Remy, like, don't worry.
Central stage.
Yeah, I think Remy knows the drill.
What's it gonna be? Oh!
This was crazy because this was coming down to the wire here. Look at Cody Travis's health when he won this. They were both so damaged, and this 1v1 had gone on for quite a while here at the end of this 2v2 match. And finally, the thing that ended it was Cody Travis with a meteor strike. Look how far into the sky he goes to throw this.
That came in hot. Like, he was winging that thing full strength.
Oh my God.
Oh, wrenched. Damn. Okay.
Wrenched is that dude.
Oh, I love that. That is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
A well-deserved taunt right there. Okay. Llama versus Pier here. Llama had some great games on this match, man. And I think this is, this is.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. One more time, just the whole thing.
On the side? Oh my gosh, a big play
Now it's
maybe?
continuing. Oh, wait. He might. Oh, look. No way. Oh, my God.
Everything worked. Oh, man.
About to win this for MDV.
All right, and look at this. This was MDVA versus South. And this is the final game of the tiebreaker. It all comes down to these next few moments.
Down to the wire.
All right, Ethan needs something really big here.
Side sig.
Stingray wins it for Team
Just read the correct side.
Blazy hanging on by a thread. Oh, better
Oh,
than
Blazy.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a second. No way.
Yeah,
What?
let's go, Blazy.
What a play. Blazy is absolutely insane. Look at this. Hold on. It happens fast, and it happens kind of off screen. Look at this. Ground pound. He jumped up and ground pounded again in the same spot.
Jeez.
Boom. Jump. Again. Wow. And then he gets the
Against
chase dodge
the
up to
hammer,
get back
too.
onto the wall. Well, what happens after this, though? He dies.
Yeah.
But it was very cool, though. Very cool still. Oh, and that's it. That's it for all our clips. No more
That
clips.
was the clips.
All right. GG. Good dev stream, guys. All right. Well, that's it for us. Wait, before we go, let's just take one more super quick look at this weekend's upcoming matches here.
Yes.
On Saturday, we've got Northwest versus South is the first match of the day, first match of the weekend. Midwest versus MDVA. And to finish it off, Team West versus Team Canada. And then on Sunday, we've got, again, Northeast versus MDVA. And Team Midwest versus Team West. Follow that up. And to end off the weekend, it's going to be Team Canada versus Team South. Definitely going to be some good matches coming up, guys. We hope you'll join us this weekend and earn that sweet, sweet esports orb. That's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about that one. I've
For
been
that
playing a little
schedule-
bit of orb, guys, so I'm pretty...
Yeah, for that schedule and all the others, because there's the charity stream, there's our other dev streams, go to brawlhalla.com/schedule.
There you go.
That's where it's
Yep.
going to have everything right at the bottom. You see it there. So join us at this channel to hang out, earn some rewards, watch all the action. There's a ton of stuff going on this week.
And remember, brawlhalla.com/schedule automatically converts the start time of every official stream into your time zone. Doesn't get any better than that. So brawlhalla.com/schedule, when you're trying to figure out when do I start watching this thing to catch all the esports action and earn all those sweet, sweet viewership rewards. But that's it for us today, guys. So we're going to bring the stream down. But remember, we got 3 hours worth of reruns from this past weekend's Pro Series action. So we're going to bring the stream down right now. It'll be offline for maybe like 2 minutes, So don't freak out.
Yep.
And it's going to come back up. We're going to change the reward track. We got Dev Streams number 5 running right now. We're going to turn back on the Pro Series Week 1 viewership rewards for the last time. It's your last chance to get these Pro Series Week 1 rewards. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Doubled Gamingo, for that last sub that we got there. I know I didn't read all the other subs, but that was he timed it well. I mean, GG.
It was right
GG
there.
to that guy. So we'll see you guys next time. And also don't forget to watch the charity stream on Friday. It happens at the normal dev stream times. I know you guys are going to be there anyway, but exclusive viewership rewards for the charity stream, supporting the Trevor Project, a really, really great cause. We hope you'll join us and have fun with us for 12 hours. You're going to be, and at least 10 of those hours, I'm in it. You're going to have 10 hours of FOTA.
Oh
like
my gosh,
6
all the
hours
FOTA
of
all the
TWK.
time?
We got all kinds of devs showing up. It's going to be so much fun. So we hope we'll join you then. And okay, we're leaving. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us on another dev stream. We appreciate you guys being a part of the Brawlhalla community. See